This is the third video in a series documenting our great eastern half of the Trans-America Trail. I was riding a 2022 Yamaha Tenere 700 and Billy Oliver was on his KTM 890 Adventure. We left off last time. We were just getting into Bland, Virginia. This is day 5, April 2nd. We left Bland, Virginia and headed west. We left the Big Walker Motel and soon found some great gravel roads and great scenery. As you might be able to tell, I'm a big fan of the scenery, so a lot of the video is just that. We like to share what we were able to see. At about 10 and a half minutes in the video, I try and describe a very near collision that I almost had with a truck parked in the road. Here in a little bit, we're going to detour off of the official Trans-America Trail route near Tazewell, Virginia, to ride the back of the Dragon. The entirety of the back of the Dragon runs along Route 16 in the Appalachian Mountains from Marion, Virginia to Tazewell, Virginia, depending, of course, which way you're going. We went from Tazewell down to Marion. This course is not to be confused with the Tail of the Dragon, which connects North Carolina and Tennessee. The Tail of the Dragon is famous for having 318 curves in 11 miles.
good lead for them sleight of hand tricks. So I ignored my good intention, called that number anyway. The doctor on the line said she'd get me in that day. Dr. Deuce, Sister Squeeze.
You know, on that side, if you'd run off with it.
Well,
But
almost
you
had an
didn't.
accident. Two guys are stopping around a blind curve downhill, and this 700 pounds of stuff didn't want to stop. That was close. But this is Globe Road out of Blowing Rock. After 11 hours on the road, we ended up in Lenore, North Carolina. Not real sure why we detoured there, but that's where we ended up. On Table Rock Road, somewhere probably near Linville Falls. Anyway, that's where we are.
Yeah, let's have fun. Be safe.
Lead the way, boss. Once we arrived in Lenore, bad weather came in that evening, thunderstorms, rain, and it looked like we were going to maybe be stuck in Lenore all day the next day because of the rain. But fortunately, the weather broke around noon. We had been checking the weather, all night and that morning, and we left Lenore on April 3rd. This is day 6 for us. It was about 70 degrees when we left Lenore, but that was going to change soon. By the time we got to a place called Three Knobs, the temperature had dropped down to 49 degrees, and it was very windy. Drove through the Pisgah National Forest, Little Switzerland, North Carolina, just spectacular views there. Also rode on the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'll check back when we get closer to Burnsville, North Carolina. we're driving down Highway 80. We're about to take a left onto Temple Mountain Road, which is NC04 segment on Sam's maps, towards Mars Hill. That would have taken us up to, I believe, Mount Mitchell. Anyway, we decided to turn back to this little gas station, which is about a mile back that we had just passed. Intuition or blind luck. Plus, I only had about a third of a tank. And one of my rules is to never pass up a gas station if you have any doubt. Well, it's a good thing we did. We got back to the little gas station. The owner said we would have gone 16 miles up the mountain, and there would have been a lock gate. This, of course, would have resulted in at least a 32-mile detour. And again, it was mid-afternoon, and the temperature was dropping. The wind was blowing. So we went back to the little gas station. So we stopped at this little store. And apparently our route, thank God we stopped here. The guy just told us the road's closed like 16 miles up in the mountain. So we're 17 miles from Burnsville, where they have one little motel. And there's a chance of 1 inch of snow tonight. So it's going to put a damper on our riding, perhaps.
Yeah.
When I expressed my surprise that there was a chance of snow to the owner of the gas station, he said, "It's still winter in the mountains." I said, "I see that." Again, it was mid-afternoon at this point, and it was getting colder. So we went ahead and detoured to Burnsville. Here we are. Burnsville, North Carolina. 28-degree wind chill, snow flurries. Thinking we're not going to be riding today.
No.
Not going to be riding today. Not at 28. But we are going to go to Pig and Grits. Suppose it has a great breakfast. Boy, this motorcycle riding was fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's blast. But we're at the Carolina Country Inn, so we should be okay.
Fortunately, we didn't have to ride to go get us a great breakfast. Snow and I. We'll check back in later. There were indeed snow flurries the next morning, and again, a wind chill of 28. It was low to mid-30s all day. There were several other good restaurants we found in Burnsville. Day 6, April 5th, was more of the same. Snow flurries, not enough to stick, but low 30s all day. We decided again to continue to wait for the weather to warm up. Finally, day 7, April 6th, after 2 days in Burnsville, we left for Andrews, North Carolina. On that last day we rode, we only got 97 miles. I inserted that picture there of the Carolina Country Inn showing there was no vacancy. When we arrived there again, it was getting chilly and we were desperate for a room. But we did indeed get the last room available at the Carolina Country Inn. There's no telling how far we might have had to have ridden in the relatively chilly weather. Anyway, Ryan, the owner of the place, actually offered to let us borrow one of their vehicles to go to the store or maybe even a restaurant because he knew it was going to be cold on the motorcycles. Anyway, highly recommend the Carolina Country Inn if you ever get off route, end up in Burnsville. Next bit of video is just the awesome ride to Andrews, North Carolina, where we ended up for the evening. After we made the break from Burnsville, we went down to Asheville, North Carolina, where it had warmed up to around 42 degrees. We got back on the route shortly thereafter, went through the Maggie Valley and the Blue Ridge Parkway, Smoky Mountains. Blue Ridge Parkway was closed, so we had to turn around and take yet another detour. You'll see in one of the pictures there's actually snow on the side of the mountain there. We ended up riding 200 miles from Burnsville to Andrews. It's about 54 degrees when we arrived at Andrews. We ate at the Tattered Tartan pub where Rebecca, the waitress, took great care of us. At this point, we had ridden 1,314 miles since we left Nags Head, North Carolina.